All right, hey guys, GX. How you guys doing? Definitely a GM for Mark. It's 5 a.m. It's a 5 a.m. for Mark. So yeah, thanks so much, man, for making it here. How you doing, May?
Hey, what's up? Kamusta, everyone? Good,
Hello,
good.
hello. Shout out to everyone on Discord. Yes, it's the much awaited wrap up of Gap Season 2. It's been quite a while since since the start of the season, but it's nothing but progress and a lot of exciting stuff in news for everyone here tonight. So first of all, welcome to everyone on Discord. We are live right now on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And for our discussion, for our Q&A later on, yeah, make sure to join us. We're on the YGG Discord AMA voice channels. So, yes, before anything else, shout out to everyone who made it here tonight. I see a lot of guys. I see a lot of questers. For sure, we've got Boa, we've got Big Boss, we've got Booty, we've got Boring. Who else? Days here, Fiston, Kenny, JB. Psyche, of course. Shout out to Psyche for helping us out with the community. Spicer, Tito A, and So yeah, let's get started. Mark, how are you doing, man?
I am doing well. Yeah, thanks for arranging this.
Of course, of course. Like it's basically already part of our routine where after every gap, every start and every end of every gap season, we try to do just some sort of huddle with everyone and just catch up on the process of the quests and also talk about the timelines and what we can expect for the future. So yeah, let's get right into it. So Mark, how has season 2 been for you, man?
Well, I should be asking you all as well, but I think it's pretty well. Like I think we tried a lot of new things. We definitely tried to hit as many quest types in across the board. So yeah, for sure, there's a lot of interesting uh, feedback and a lot of participation. So yeah, very happy with how the community is participating.
Awesome, for sure. And it's always happy. I'm always happy to see like new faces in the community joining Gap. We started with the first season, and now we've done a lot of modification, a lot of upgrades. We've reached out to a lot of our partners. We've been working with Community 3 for our questing this season. But yeah, you can only expect the project to be growing, especially now that Mark is full hands on deck as our lead for community product. So, Mark, let's talk about timelines, man. So, what can we expect, in the following days, in the following weeks? Yeah, let's talk about that first.
Well, we're expecting Christmas and New Year to come, for sure. But for Gap, we're going to focus on like collecting data and wallet addresses and just looking at the results. So I know there's a lot of submissions that were added to the tool. So the team is checking that. And then I'll let May and others speak more about that. But we're gonna focus on the next 2 weeks on just cleaning that out, and then after that, we'll follow the flow from last season where we'll mint badges and rewards to the addresses that qualified. So that's the focus.
Awesome. So yeah, right now we actually have Nam, who is one of our devs for YGG, and also we have Fallen Corpses, the very well-known community, one of the community leaders that we've that has been here with YGG for the longest time, and is also a quest creator for this season. So let's start it off with you, Fallen. How you doing, man? Mic check, mic check. Are you there? Okay, so maybe Fallen is having some connection issues, but yeah, he will be coming back in a bit. But yeah, we have Mei Zing as well here with us. So May, how has been season 2 with your quests?
Yeah, so season two for game. By the way, for those who don't know, my name is Mazing. I am one of the game operations manager for YGG, and I do lead the game testers program, which we have been running the quest for 2 seasons now for Gap. So in terms of our season, yeah, we got a lot of new masters who qualified for the high tier of our quest. So shout out to all our master GT for season two. We have a lot of we actually tripled the number that we had last season. So yeah, kudos to all of our game testers who really made it really a really good season this time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's actually across the board. So we've seen an increase of questers compared to season one, and definitely also the quality of the quests that we have, and also the participants. We've seen very committed questers in the previous season who have came back and actually just leveled up their whole they're basically all the achievements and even the qualities as streamers, as content creators, as mods, as helpers, and basically, it's really good to see everyone stepping up their A game for season two, and it's only about to get more exciting. So, Fallen's having a bit of a trouble with his connection, but yeah, I'll be jumping in shortly with the details on my quests for content creators and helpers, which I call guardians, right? But yeah, we'd like to remind everyone, and I'm pretty sure that most of you have questions. You guys have questions, and make sure to write those questions down, and we will be getting to those, and we will be asking those we'll be asking those questions to our quest creators. And yeah, make sure to drop in down in the AMA discussion channel so we don't forget about them. So yeah, for anyone else who has questions, if you're watching across the board on the socials of YGG, everyone is actually here on the YGG Discord and the AMA voice channel with live chats happening in the AMA discussion text channel. So yeah, I mean on my end, let's talk about first the content creator quests. So we've definitely seen an increase in of submissions, like if not almost twice as much as season one, and we only can expect this to grow more. At the same time, we've also seen definitely a lot of really good content submitted. Like we now have more content creators who haven't actually even thought of streaming before, or even trying out new games and trying how that comes about when they come into streaming, inviting their friends, just creating their own building on their own brands, and also building on their own communities as well. So definitely a lot of exciting stuff. We've just finished actually tallying the submissions for streamers and content creators, and yeah, we're pretty happy with it. And there might be one or two surprises in there for you guys, especially for those who have shown commitment and who have really dedicated their content with in terms of quality and consistency as well. And for our moderators and our community helpers, so we've seen you guys, like I wouldn't name it, but I if I'm not mistaken, like the top three guys getting the highest tiers are here in the AMA voice chats right now. So congratulations in advance to you guys. And I'm if we've had some people from core team and the extended YGG team reach out to you guys asking for your guild badge addresses, so there actually might be some that might be a wink there and might mean something. But always make sure double check who you guys are talking to. Make sure that you don't click any suspicious links, and always be safe. But yeah, I think Fallen, if you're ready, are you there?
I am here to the best of my capability.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit noisy, but I think we can make do of what you're saying. So, yeah, we've just been asking, how has season two been for you and for your quests, man?
It's been good. We've had
So we're having a bit of a connection problems with Fallen. So don't worry, Fallen is ready to give his updates on the AMA discussion channel right now on Discord. So if you are not watching or if you are not there yet, make sure to drop by and yeah, shoot him some questions, guys. So yeah, I mean, what we want to hop on to next before we get to the community questions is, so Mark, could you tell us more about how it actually looks like behind the scenes? So from from the player's perspective, from the community's perspective, they have to do these quests from different games, have to unlock achievements, use the community platform and submit their quests. But how does it actually work? Like what goes on behind the scenes for the team over at YGG?
Sure. Yes. I'll explain a little bit. So the reason why some of you might be wondering what's going on is once we collected hundreds of submissions, right? So a lot of this work are being checked individually, looking at the screenshots and the links. There are some quests that are documents, so the team is reading that, and then for any errors or clarifications, you might get a ping to work on that. But after that, we then tally the results and we then link the wallet to the to the specific quest. So we tried a new tool right now. The onboarding quest is where you enter your wallet, and then there are some forms for that too. And then we tie that to the quest that you've achieved. And then after that, we have to think about tallying all the tokens that will be equivalent for that, because that will come from the treasury, and we have to make sure that it's going to be dispersed properly. And then at the same time, we're also doing the artwork, right? So we haven't actually showed that. I think people will get excited about that. So we have really cool new set of NFTs for this one, and that went through cycles of iteration and draft to get closer to the quest that you're actually completing. So more on that later. But then after this, as a group, we're trying to find. We built a tool, and Nam was here earlier, leading the dev team. There is a way for minters to issue that to respective folks. So not gonna go too deep into the mechanics of that, but yeah, there's a lot of steps in between before you see anything in your wallet. So that is definitely what part of the work that YGG Core has been doing towards the end of the season. So yeah, just wanna share that with you.
Awesome, good stuff, man. And I believe like we haven't mentioned that we are behind the scenes, like we sync up like twice a week to make sure that everything goes smooth. The tooling system actually works. If there are any modifications or there are any adjustments that needed to be made, and yeah, of course, shout out also to our very dedicated community mods and also community helpers who always have been there to help answer the questions, especially for those who are joining the guild advancement program for the first time. But yeah, Mark, let's talk about future plans, because we're at season 2. We are in the very early stages of the program, and what can we expect for season 3?
Yeah, sure. So I think after the first season is really like a baseline, and getting participation and seeing how community will react to it, and seeing the results. And then season 2 is expanding the quest, right? So for season 3, what we're seeing is there is a need for us to like think about rules levels across the board. So we are trying to we're thinking of ways to make rules and criteria across different games and contribution more standard. So that's one of the things that we're doing. If you were here a couple of weeks back, we also did town hall for a call for people who want to be part of the Gap Council. So actually, it's posted in the Gap channel announcement. So check that. The plan is actually there, including the learnings that we are getting from season 2. So if you want to join, sign up in the form and read the document and just leave comments. So for season 3, we also want to plan this more openly with the community. So yeah, that's one of the changes that you'll see as we're defining it. And then you might be wondering, will that start? when that will start. So that is going to be announced. We want to get through season 2 first before we start thinking about season 3.
Awesome. So yeah, Mark, it's been quite refreshing to see the community 3 team join us for season 2. We've been able to get some help. We've also been able to get some access to tooling, and we can only expect these tools to just keep improving the whole gap program as we progress. So but I want to like keep it a bit like a theoretical here, Mark. So let's say say in 2 years, by 2024, how do you see gap evolving?
Oh, that's a very big question. I would love to hear from Paulin or May as well. But we can think like we really want Gap as to be seen as one of the best tools to accelerate gaming communities. So right now, there's a lot of individual quests, right, that people participate in. But when you think about it, these quests can be done by players, coaches, mentors, and there's a lot of different like hats that people wear in accomplishing this quest. And collectively, these set of people like you are very important in spinning off gaming communities, right? So in like 2 years from now, I would love to like see Gap evolve. Actually, I think that's gonna happen much faster than 2 years, but we want to see Gap evolve in a way that you can find the group of people that you want to play with. Quest is giving you the ammunition to make that work effectively.
Awesome. I mean, I totally agree. Like on my end, we've always been building out the Guild Advancement Program as our in-house reputational system. So what I would expect in the future from this program is definitely more talent to be discovered. And with that, that also includes being able to join other programs, being able to be part of the YGG core team, or even core teams of other programs. Because like if if you have been able to build your reputations to a level that other projects or other teams are actually looking for, if you have that skill set in actually in your wallet, and it's easily accessible by anyone, and anyone could see what type of metaverse profile you have, or what skill set, or what type of character in Web3 you are. Then they already would have that proof that you actually have worked, or have been able to do these achievements in the different programs of YGG. So but yeah, I mean, Fallen, are you there? How about you? What do you think about a gap in the future, man? Oh no. That's a trade-off of getting a $400 microphone, Fallen. You need like a 10, 20 buck headphone on reserve next time. But yeah, how about you, May? What do you think about gap in the future?
Yeah. I like what following up on what Mark is saying. This could be something like and what Sedana's been saying, guys. Like this could be your portfolio. Something, those badges really works like a regular badge. In real life. Like, hey, I have this PRC license, something like that. I would like to see YGG gap badges to be used all throughout the metaverse. Saying like, hey, I have mastered um, game testing for season 2. So something like that.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, man. As even the game testers program, right? Having that badge and having all these achievements under in your wallet, is easily translatable in other Web3 communities as you being a game tester for YGG. And same applies, as content creators, as moderators, as helpers, and we don't really need to verify any of those, because you did actually achieve it, and you have those NFTs to prove for that. And yeah, so really great stuff and really exciting stuff here. And we are expecting, Mark, if I'm not mistaken, within less than 2 weeks for the NFTs to be released. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We allocated the rest of the month to work on that. So, yeah, expect it if you achieved something in the quest system.
All right, awesome. So you guys heard it first from Martin himself, and of course, we definitely are going to be keeping in touch with you guys on the Guild Advancement program, text channels, and announcements channels. But yeah, we've actually already started collecting the Guild Badge wallet addresses from everyone, and you definitely know what comes next. Very definitely a Merry Christmas for for everyone here. But yeah, so for you guys here in the chats, yeah, feel free to drop your questions, and yeah, we will have our questing team announce that for you. But yeah, I mean, for me, Mark, like I definitely would want to ask this question. So in terms of the number of quests for season 3, do we see these number of quests increasing, or will we be taking out some quests, or yeah, well, what is the current what is the current plan for that in season 3?
It's really up to us. I think we need to take a hard look at the what happened between season 1 and 2. The number definitely increased much. Like the list got longer, so we need to make sure that quality is also there. So if we uh, if we think that there are some quests that needs to be taken out, then we'll do that. And then if there are really good quests where people are satisfied and happy, we'll keep them. So I guess that will depend on the planning season that happens within the next several weeks.
Awesome. Yeah. So I actually have a follow up question for that, Mark. So um, a lot of community members, have been playing also like a lot of Web 2 games, especially with the market conditions right now. Like we it's a lot more it's a lot more engaging to be able to switch from Web 2, Web 3 games, YGG games, traditional games like Call of Duty that just came out, Fortnite and all of that. So can we expect any crossover between YGG projects, Web3 games, and also Web2 games in the future? Is that something that we've been looking at?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think like definitely there's a lot of skill set that overlap between these games, right? So if there's an opportunity to collaborate, then that's something worth considering. Right now, there's a lot of like portfolio partners that is coming our way. So it really depends on what the timing and the kind of games that we partner with.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys have heard it first from Mark himself, though. Like it's always possible, right? So we do understand that there is that a deep love for traditional games as well, and of course we want to hear you guys out for whatever you guys have in mind, and that's why we are building the Guild Advancement Program Council, right, Mark? For us to be able to work together and build out season 3 and the succeeding seasons together with the community. So yeah, so guys, make sure to drop your questions. So Mang Dags actually is asking, Mark. So are there any plans for quests for Sword and Shield holders? So for that YGG Sword and Shield that was airdropped last year, can we expect any specific quests for these for these specific badges?
Well, that would love to hear your suggestions on that. Right now, the field is wide open, so we're taking suggestions on what kind of quest you want to see. So actually, in a similar fashion, like we did like a Founders Point quest this season, right? So for that one, we got a lot of submission that was specifically for those holders. And then yeah, that means that we can definitely customize quests according to certain set of folks.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, we actually have Psyche here, who is a product of the Founders Coin quests, right? So yeah, it's some really exciting stuff to see. Very high involvement of the community, and also being able to execute these projects on the fly. We've onboarded Psyche like in the middle of the season, and yeah, nothing. I mean, as long as it's gonna be, as long as these are good ideas and also will benefit the community in the long term, we love them. We love them. Like, so definitely keep them coming, and we definitely appreciate, we appreciate the help that you guys are giving and helping build out the Guild Advancement Program. So, Monster Lover has another question, Mark. He's asking, so do you guys already have a list on games that we will have in Gap Season 3?
No official list yet, but you can expect the usual suspects in season two, especially if we have a good we have good participation to be there in
Yeah.
season two as well. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's glad you mentioned, mentioned having good participation, Mark. So, a really good example of this is Big Time. So, when we started season one, we didn't have any big time quests just yet. But throughout the past few months, there have been, a lot of players who have been coming in into big time. We've actually also started our own sub community for big time, the YGG Guild House, and it was also that same community who was responsible for creating the quests for season two. So, let's say for other games that are up and coming, or any other games that the community has their eyes on, we definitely love to have quests for them in season three. And for that to happen, is we will be needing you guys, to submit your suggestions, to give us your ideas as well, and to help us build that out for the upcoming season. Especially that we have a lot of games that are going to be launching early next year. So nothing but exciting news. Definitely would love to see the games that you love on Gap Season 3 as well. So yeah, everyone who's here right now on the Discord, make sure to drop those questions while we have the majority of our quest creators in the second season of the Guild Advancement Program. So Mark, on my end, like I'd like to make another question about quest creation. So let's say like I come up with a couple of quests. Let's say I have 10 quests. This actually qualify me. How do I become a quest creator for the Guild Advancement Program? Is there a standard application process for this? What if I love what if I'm a game designer in the community, or like what if this is I love making quests, or like I just love gamifying stuff. Yeah, how can I reach out, and how can I become a quest creator?
Yeah, a good question. I mean, you are a cost creator yourself, Sedano, right? So you definitely know the process inside out. I think what we'll do is we'll follow the process of, like, we have quest leads who are aggregating or thinking about those quests, but also bringing and taking some inputs from the community. So I'd highly recommend us, like, branching out and just really taking more inputs on what these quests are. That's actually the reason why we're forming the council as well, right? Because I'm here to facilitate. I'm
Yeah.
not like a gatekeeper. So, like, as we form the as we shape the future of Gap, we're bringing in more insights from folks, and we do that by talking to game ops, talking to you, Sedano, talking to different area leads who are leading this, like, many subgroups within YGG.
Awesome. So yeah, there you go, guys. Definitely, if you have those quests, you have those ideas, make sure to reach out to us, because we definitely would want to check them out. And if we do have support from the rest of the community, then we will make sure that these quests are added onto the next season. So up next, like while we're waiting for more questions from the community, I have a question for you, May. So with the quests that you've created for this season, which ones did actually stand out? Like, which were the quests that had the most participants?
Okay, so for game testers, we only had two, but for season three, we'll add more. So yeah, for season two, we only have the very basic one, which is uh, the game tester quest, and then we have the master game tester quest. So with the game tester quest, we had 88 approved quest, and then for the masters we had 18. So like I said a while ago, it's tripled the number the last time. So it's always gonna be a lot of tier one quests, but we are hoping to get more masters in season three. So yeah.
Awesome. So actually, it's good that you brought it up. Mentioning the game testers quests, May. Because I personally, have been seeing a lot of interest from the guys in the community about joining the game testers. So does that mean that guild advancement program quests are my way into becoming a game tester for the for YGG, or how does it actually work?
Okay. So yeah, with let me share. I did some slides, so
Yeah, for sure.
might
Yeah,
as
let's
well
do it.
share them. So yeah, I'll share as well on the chat some of our slides here. So yeah, there we go. So yeah. So the Game Testers program is actually a YGG Game Ops initiative. So for this program, and most of our community members here are part of this program. So yeah, the goal of this program is to engage with our YGG Global Network to gather useful feedback for our gaming partners. So this helps us in our effort to build, gaming projects to how do we strategize with scholarships and events and all that stuff. So the process involves a 7-day play test, and now with it, we're going to do the feedback form along with the play test. So for this season, we opted to do a 7-day feedback form. So yeah, 7 days feedback gathering. So guys, from 2 days, we have stretched it out to 7 days now. So you have 1 week to get in your feedback, your reviews, because we have a lot of testers that are really into detail when they are criticizing a game or even commending the game. So yeah, we have stretched that out. It's 7 days now. And yeah, since we're here, I'm gonna share with you guys our our basic quest. This is what is our task for that game testers gap program. So you complete one game test. That means you have to play the game and then submit your feedback form within our timeline. So 7 days. So complete one, and you can qualify for this quest. The Master Game Tester quest. Now this is a bit hard. It's 60% out of all the games that we did for the season. So this season, season two, we had 12 games. So we had 12 games. You see here we have Eternia, Birdie Shot, we have Rush, Metalcore, Genopets, Hylabu, Black Lords, Rage Effect, My Pet Hooligan, Life Beyond, Illuvium, and then Archworld. So if you've completed 7 out of this 12 game test, and then you qualify for the Master Game Tester Quest. So shout out to again to all our masters who qualified for that. So yeah, I can also discuss what we are aiming for the next season. So yeah, since we have a lot of game testers here, might as well give this a go. So yeah, 7 days feedback gathering now, and then we will add the expert game tester quest. So this is gonna be a mid-year. So if you've completed 40% out of all of our game tests, so if it's 12 games, you need to have 5 to qualify for this quest. So again, to qualify for the quest, you just need to apply for it, test it, and then give your feedback. That's it. And then we're going to have a bug hunter quest as well. For those of you who are really, good at hunting bugs and issues within the game, which is really, really helpful for the devs. So yeah, we're rating this one so we can reward these hunters properly. And then while we're at it, sorry guys, but I would like to announce this event that we're planning exclusive for the game testers. We call it Game Test GGWP, Game Testers and Weaves Party. So it's gonna be exclusive to game testers, and we will have some games in there like Gartic Bot that you've been playing in the server. I've caught some of you playing playing this Gartic Bot. But yeah, we will have this game. Actually, thank you Corp City for allowing us to have this Discord bots. So yeah, yes, GGWP. GGWP. And then we have our Weebs or Rotas Ali. So we will have another bot for that you can get your waifus on the Discord, brag about your waifus, but then you can also use that in an RPG dungeon game. So it's not live yet, guys. Don't don't jump in the Discord and see what this is about. But yeah, um, we want more engagement within our testers group. So to back to the question on how to get into the game testers program. So I will share the link on the chat. So yeah, just sign up on our form. Don't forget to hop into our Discord server, and that's it. That's all you need to do. But for you to qualify for the gap, of course, you all know by now you need to have a YGG badge. So, yep.
Yep. So yeah, of course, the guild badge, the YGG guild badge, is an essential part of the guild advancement program. So if you guys haven't minted your guild badges yet, make sure to do that ASAP so you can join season 3 for the guild advancement program. We actually have a lot of content on YouTube from the community members. Shout out to Mikolo, who has been
Hey,
creating, who
Miko.
actually created one of our guides for minting the guild badge. But yeah, I know I actually see a lot of aspiring or content creators who have joined season 2. So shout out to Manong Gaming right there, who is here with us in the chat right now. Also Shanks, who is joining the content creator quests as well. And also Spracky. Spracky actually started streaming as well for Gap season 2. So this is exactly what Gap is all about. It's encouraging the community, to participate and join in on all the activities that we have in YGG. Yes, through the game testers program, through the individual game quests, through content creation, as a moderator, as a community helper. And speaking of community helpers and moderators, so based from our last season or for our current season, season 2 of Gap, we will be onboarding new community helpers. We will be onboarding new moderators as well. And yeah, we can expect nothing less but for our community to just keep growing. And I definitely could speak for a lot of you guys here that it's really good to see familiar faces, those who are truly committed, those guys who who you see in all of these other games under YGG. Yeah, it's we're some sort of a team here, a Web3 team here going into the metaverse all together, the YGG family. And yeah, this is Gap is actually our way of thanking you guys for contributing to the growth of the guild. But Mark, there's actually another question here, more specifically about Gap Council. So, what can we expect from this program, Mark? Like, what are these? What are the community members signing up for joining the Gap Council?
Yeah. So you can think of it as a way to bring people together to like define the playbook guidelines on how the program should look like.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've been asking for feedback, right? End of season or beginning of the season, but you want to also do that not only on an individual quest level, but on a program level. So for example, like how do we make it more effective? How do we make submissions more effective? How do we make communication more effective? These are things that apply not only to individual quests but to many quests across the board. So we want to define those. We definitely need guides and then FAQs, for example, are one of the things that we're lacking in this. So as we crowdsource those ideas and insights as well as support from people to build that, we see gap as a way. We see gap maturing over time.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. So, all of you guys, I believe like some of you guys are definitely interested. So make sure to check out the Gap announcements channel to get those applications up and running. So, we have another question here, and actually, this is very good question. It's actually also very essential with the Guild Advancement Program. So, how or are guild badges, YGG guild badges, checked if these guys participating are actually holding the guild badge. So, Mark, maybe you could give us more an idea about Community 3. But as well on my end for the quests that I am hosting, what we do is but by the submission of the wallet addresses, we also ask you for your guild badge wallet address. So we double check that, if you are the owner of it, and we also see, there if you've actually participated in the previous in the previous seasons, or if you're also holding other badges for YGG and whatnot. And also this will be used as reference for the future seasons. But yeah, we've been actually working with Community 3 on this to make this as seamless as possible, right, Mark?
Yeah, so that's another thing. That's a whole another discussion. So I think we initially wanted to just test it out for a few quests, but we ended up doing it across the board. So I think next season we'll have a discussion, Sedano, May, and Fallen, on how we want to approach it. I'm leaning to, like I think seeing the feedback, we might want to consider having more of an opt-in for select quests who want to be on that platform. So we'll see. Definitely, the tool is there as a way for people to put in their requests, but we want to tailor it according to the needs.
All right. Yep. So that's how it works, guys. But yeah, we are about to round up at the top of the hour here. So happy Friday night to everyone. And if you guys still have friends who weren't able to make it to tonight's AMA, the AMAs are automatically uploaded on our social media channels. So at any time, you could just send these links to your friends to check them out if they want to join season 3, or if they're waiting on some information for season 2. Make sure to shoot them those links. So you can find these recordings on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as well. And also, we will be replaying this AMA throughout the next few weeks to make sure that everyone has their eyes on what's happening for season 2 of the Guild Advancement Program. So yeah, it's very exciting. We are finally here, guys. We did a bit of an extension. It was a bit longer than season 1. But yeah, that's only because we want to make sure that we give equal opportunities to everyone, and also give some last minute reminders for you guys to finish up your quests. And we will be doing the same thing for season 3. So one of the plans on getting the word out to more and more players throughout the Web3 ecosystem is that we will be doing a lot more AMAs for next season. We will be visiting more Discord channels, more communities, and just inviting more people to join season 3. And also, as Mark mentioned, we also will be looking out for any guides that the community will be creating. And also from YGG, from our end, we will be creating more guides for you guys as well. And also for tooling for Community 3, we will be working very closely with our tooling partners to make sure that we give the best questing experience for everyone. So yeah, everyone, of course, who made it out here tonight, shout outs to you guys. And yeah, just hang in there. And we are slowly wrapping up season 2. We have been reaching out to those guys. We might have been asking some guild badge addresses or wallet addresses for some of you, and yeah, you basically know what that already means, right? Yeah. So before we go, if you guys have any last minute questions, make sure to drop them down in the chats right now. But of course, if you want to ask more of them like later on, we have the Guild Advancement Program discussion channel is open 24/7. We have the quest creators' eyes on that. We are looking out for any questions that you guys might have. We want to make sure that all of none of these go unanswered. I believe there was a question earlier about Metaversity. So, Metaversity, our collaboration with NAS Academy. So, this is something that, we really are working hard on. We want to build this out. We want to, keep growing it. I can't speak for the team over at YGGPH who is leading this program, but definitely, we want to see this in Gap Season 3. So I'd say, definitely keep an eye out for that one because this is one of the biggest projects that we are currently working on for the community in terms of educational content and also being able to discover talent and help out as many community members as possible. So yeah, definitely they just said that Metaversity has crazy potential. Yeah, I mean, like since we're already talking about it, so one of the ideas that I've brought up with the Philippine or the community and marketing lead for NAS Academy during the Web3 festival was that the ideally like what we want to do is we want to transform Metaversity into the school or the academy for blockchain games in the metaverse. So, maybe we could expect integrations with other games, maybe like the sandbox where you go inside a school and then you actually do the classes in there or other metaverse games or metaverse platforms like Nifty Island or whatnot or Castaways or whatnot. But, there's a lot of possibilities that the Metaversity program can give birth to, and we are definitely going to be working to make sure that we get as many possible integrations across the board for this project. And definitely, nothing but building for our collaboration with NAS Academy. So K8 has been asking, Shanks has been asking about Farcana. So I bet you guys have seen the teaser of Farcana, just that was released yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So Farcana is one of the games that we are looking at. So I'm not going to be dropping just any alpha right here, but what I could say is, that game has a lot of potential, especially for esports. And we definitely will be seeing a YGG versus Indie GG matchup as soon as possible. That's all I can say. So definitely watch out for Furkan. These guys have been, very helpful. They've been very friendly to YGG. They actually have had one of the nicest booths in the Web3 Fest. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely, check out Furkana, guys. Really, really great stuff over there. But yeah, so Mark, last season we did have the leaderboards, or just basically, the chart that had the top, basically the top participants in Gap Season 1, and rank them based on the number of quests that they've achieved. So, do you think we're going to be having the same thing here in Season 2?
Yeah, for sure. So we'll pull the wallets across Quest and we'll see what it looks like. I'm actually very excited to see like the leaderboard this season.
Yeah, I mean, so Mark, I just had a crazy idea. Like, has the team or have you considered, doing an additional layer of an achievement for the leaderboards? So let's say top three or top four, top five guys on the leaderboards. That's gonna be another quest. Like, does does that have any like interest for you guys right now?
Yeah, I mean that is something that we can think about. I think it will be good to see the results and then see if we can have initial rewards for folks on the top. So definitely we didn't list that down for this season, but for the next one we can we can add that.
Nice. All right, so yeah, shout outs to Boric. She was the one asking the question because, if I'm not mistaken, she was the same one who got the top rank, or if not the top three ranks from last season. And I don't want to say that, boring season two. She's a top. She's a hard one to beat for sure, right? But yeah. So if you don't have any questions, we are going to be wrapping up just about in a few minutes. So once again, thanks to everyone who made it out here tonight. I'll just start signing off with just a few message, just a short message for the community. Yeah. So the content creator quests, the community helpers, and the moderator quests, and also the artist quests that that I've designed. We are about 95% complete with this. We have already started reaching out for getting the wallet addresses and guild badge addresses to confirm. But yeah, we would love to hear once the results are out. We would love to hear your comments, your feedback on how we can improve for season three. And our ears are wide. My huge, gigantic bunny ears are wide open for you guys. And yeah, we'd love to hear what you guys think. How about you, May? Any last stuff for the community from your end?
Yeah, we do encourage everyone to mint your batch if you haven't, because season three we will have more quests, and of course more involvement from the community about this quest. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Awesome. And yeah, Fallen, do you happen to were you able to like shake up your headphones and smash it against the wall and get it to work there? If not, yeah, we'll be watching out for your yeah, for your message here on the YGG Discord. But yeah, how about you, Mark? Any last stuff for the community?
Uh, yeah, I just want to say thanks again for like spending time with us this season. I know there's a lot to process, and we're very thankful that you're here with us, playing all these quests and contributing to the community.
Awesome. So yeah, there you have it, guys. And this has been the Gap Season 2 wrap up AMA. Once again, my name is John Sedano, together with Mark, Fallen Corpses, May, and the rest of the Quest Creators team. Wishing everyone congratulations, happy holidays, and yeah, see you guys real soon. Peace out, guys. Thanks for dropping by.